All right, welcome to our first online class. Today we're going to be talking about the vertical mill. Hopefully we can do some training in 5 minutes or less. Okay, so we're going to start off with just saying that this is a Bridgeport Series 1. That is the brand. That is not just what it is. It's not the machine itself, it's the brand. But what we're going to do is we're going to start off with going over the parts. So we're going to look at the first thing we have here is the head, and I apologize, I'm using my cell phone for this. Okay, but this is the head. I'm going to move up. We got a drawbar, and I'll tell you in a minute what that's for. We've got our spindle speed right here. Make sure you're not turning that unless the mill is on. Okay, we're going to move across. We're going to have the brake. That pushes back, doesn't pull out, it pushes back. Then we have our high range, low range. This is to turn the spindle on. Okay, we move down to the front. We have a gauge here that we can set this for drilling for certain depths. You set that by the gauge on the side here. And then we have bolts right here. That's to adjust the tilt side to side. Move on down. Here's the spindle. Okay. We come over to the side. We go down. This is the knee. This is a knee lock. Okay. Here's the table. We have a vise. We have a lock for the table. We have a lock for our Y-axis this way. Here's our controls for the Y-axis. And here's our control for the X. Again, this is the knee. This adjusts the knee up and down. We have a quill. Some of you may not know what the quill is actually for. It is for drilling. When we are machining, this is locked. And I have it locked right now. When I come over here today, this was down all the way over here. Doesn't need to be that tight. Okay, we want to be able to loosen it, lock it back down. We lock it for when we're machining, when we're milling on our part. Okay, when we want to drill, we loosen that up, and we see the spindle comes down. Okay, when we turn the quill, that's how we drill. Lock it back from machining. Move over to this side. This is the adjustment for high-low. Whatever side the handle's on, that's what you're in. So right now we're in low. You got neutral in the middle. 3 bolts here. This is to loosen off and adjust the tilt with this right here. Okay. And that actually works for actually, this is for side to side, excuse me. This one back here is for the tilt. Then if we want to move this head back and forth, we got a bolt here, we got a bolt here, and we turn this with our wrench. Okay, now the wrench that we use, it's right here. That's for all the bolts on this machine, including the drawbar. And speaking of the drawbar, I said I'd get back to that. Here is the drawbar. Okay, we put a collet down here, tighten the drawbar, just snug, just like this. Doesn't have to be extremely tight. Just snug. Those are the parts of the mill. You need to watch this video. There will be a quiz on it. And like I said, here's a lesson about the mill in under 5 minutes.